The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is from the book of the prophet Isaiah. The vision of Isaiah son of Amoz concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It will happen in the final days that the mountain of Yahweh's house will rise higher than the mountain and tower above the heights. Then all the nations will stream to it. Many peoples will come to it and say, "Come, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, so that we may walk in his paths. For the law will issue from Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Then he will judge between the nations and arbitrate between many peoples. They will hammer their swords into ploughshares and their spears into sickles. Nations will not lift sword against nation. No longer will they learn how to make war. House of Jacob, come. Let us walk in Yahweh's light." And our response is taken from Psalm 122. "I rejoiced that they said to me, 'Let us go to the house of Yahweh.' At last our feet are standing at your gates, Jerusalem. Jerusalem, built as a city, in one united whole. There the tribes go up, the tribes of Yahweh, a sign for Israel to give thanks to the name of Yahweh. For there are set the thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, prosperity for your homes, peace within your walls, prosperity in your palaces. For love of my brothers and my friends, I will say, peace upon you. For love of the house of Yahweh our God, I will pray for your well-being." In our second reading is taken from the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Romans. "Besides, you know the time has come. The moment is here for you to stop sleeping and wake up, because by now our salvation is nearer than when we first began to believe. The night is nearly over. Daylight is on the way. So let us throw off everything that belongs to the darkness and equip ourselves for the light. Let us live decently as in the light of day, with no orgies or drunkenness, no promiscuity or licentiousness, and no wrangling or jealousy. Let your armor be the Lord Jesus Christ, and stop worrying about how your disordered natural inclinations may be fulfilled." A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. Jesus said, "As it was in Noah's day, so will it be when the Son of Man comes. For in those days before the flood, people were eating, drinking, taking wives, taking husbands, right up to the day Noah went into the ark, and they suspected nothing till the flood came and swept them all away. This is what it will be like when the Son of Man comes. Then of 2 men in the fields, one is taken, one left. Of 2 women grinding at the mill, one is taken, one left. So stay awake, because you do not know the day when your master is coming. You may be quite sure of this, that if the householder had known at what time of the night the burglar would come, he would have stayed awake and would not have allowed anyone to break through the wall of his house. Therefore, you too must stand ready, because the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect." The Gospel of the Lord.